Atlanta's environmental disparities and injustices are baked into Atlanta's history of development. A series of processes, policies have continually created a coordination between communities of color, particularly Black communities, and environmental harms, environmental risks.
The history of environmental disparities has mobilized activists in Atlanta because community members have felt left out of decision-making. They felt that their rights to self-determination with respect to what happens in their communities has been denied, and that's been a huge motivating force in terms of people getting involved.
Eco-Action was established because of a community concern. Toxic chemicals were buried in a community. People were getting sick. The founder of Eco-Action, Carol Williams, actually spoke with a few of community residents and got some information about what was happening. And so she took it upon herself to become the advocate for the community, reaching out to DC, trying to find people to give assistance. And here we are today, 30 plus years later, still doing the same thing. And unfortunately, for the same reasons.
There are a lot of different roadblocks that environmental activists face. Things like policy, decision-making, corporate greed, those many dollars that are being pumped into the pockets of decision-makers that have control and power over our everyday life is, it's a tough battle.
Unfortunately, I think the tradition of extractive research that has a deficit model built into it is something that really takes a lot of attention and focus from researchers to try to undo. We actually want to think of the community as a source of wisdom, knowledge, expertise in and of themselves that's necessary to develop research that will actually change things.
CSAW is a learning ecosystem that is trying to answer how can geosciences learn from, contribute to, and work with communities that are facing fundamental problems to Earth systems. Really what we're trying to do is correct these historical injustices that higher education institutions have perpetuated against communities. So that really does look like getting in rooms together and understanding each other on a personal basis and developing these long-lasting relationships.
I think what draws us into the program is the opportunity to get out of the classroom and out into the community doing the things that we care about, right? I think that it shifts our research experience for something that's less extractive and more collaborative with the community.
I really think it's incumbent upon academic institutions to give back to the communities in which they're located. And one way of giving back is to partner, to collaborate in an authentic manner with community-based organizations and groups, and to harness the collective power and strength that academic institutions, along with community members, can have together to solve complex and what some people call, wicked environmental challenges.
The TIF site is a property in East Point that has been around since the mid-1800s. The single event that caught my interest was this one day going on one of my walks and seeing this unnaturally blue, iridescent water running right next to an elementary school and into a park where children play. Before the government or state agencies will do anything, they want the proof, they want the data. CSAW, they have access to resources that we as community members do not have. They have been extremely open and forthcoming with their ability to collect information in a way that we are not able to, and to share that information.
We're doing this work in the context of the people and the populations that we're geared towards helping. The students that are matriculating through CSAW are gathering the skills, the attitudes, the perspectives of doing this on-the-ground work with the community so they can be better suited to continue to do this work and help with these issues that span multiple contexts once they leave here.
It's extremely important for academics to connect with community leaders and community-based organizations so they can bring back real-life solutions that address the issues that they came into the community to address.
Recognizing the local community knowledge and lived experiences that community members and organizations have, and the expertise that academic institutions bring to the table as well. That will lead us toward a brighter future for Atlanta and surrounding communities.